There is a pushback by boards of directors to cybersecurity expenditure. I've gone through a nice research done by Gartner, and it actually challenged some of my ideas that I had before. And that's not a problem because this is how we learn. We read, we learn, and we improve our practices. It's about the urgency of making cybersecurity and treating it as a business decision. There is a pushback by boards of directors to cybersecurity expenditure. So we had nice budgets before, but now some boards are pushing back because they're saying we're not seeing the results of what is being asked. There are some challenges mentioned in this research. I can't cover them all, but I will make a podcast or maybe a webinar about it soon, inshallah. So there are some societal perception of cybersecurity. The society sees the cybersecurity as a black box, and that's something to be implemented. And the technical guys are seeing cybersecurity solutions as wizards, as magicians to come and solve the problem. So they just throw in a box and they think that this wizard is going to solve the problem and protect their company. And also, there are some focus in organizations on the wrong questions. The wrong questions are asked by senior management from their exposure to the news, to some reports and that. So they will ask, like, for example, how much are we spending? How much do we have to spend? What is the other bank spending on? These questions have flaws in them because not every organization is the same. The amount of expenditure doesn't mean how much secure you are. And also we had some challenges also with improved regulations from regulators and improved guidelines from other standards, international standards like PCI DSS, ISO, and that's now we have PCI DSS 4. So some of the companies, unfortunately, treated that as a checkbox dilemma. So we just need to check this box on. One main example is data leakage prevention software. So they have to have data leakage prevention. So to check this box during the audit, they implement a system. But I've seen many cases where DLPs are implemented and people don't know exactly how to configure them. Maybe some companies lack the policy to back this DLP project. So these are some of the things that are happening as challenges. Also, we have some failures in implementing some concepts. Like, for example, risk management. Some people try to quantify risk by dollar amount. However, this thing proved from experience, from many years of trying to implement it, it proved that it is not very efficient because not all companies know how to quantify the risk by monetary value. And sometimes the quantification might only serve as one figure for you to determine how much cyber insurance you need to take. Also, the research had many cases where it gave examples of failures in organizations, sometimes lack of policy, sometimes the board would take a decision against the recommendation of the cybersecurity and risk professionals who say don't deal with this supplier. However, the board will insist on doing that, and then when failures happen, we have a big problem. Also, some organizations that are not focused on security, they are just doing some floor space, for example, floor space software for big mega markets. And this software was built without cybersecurity in mind. So when the organizations and the markets installed it, it was like a host of vulnerabilities open to the public because those IoT machines, those connected machines were not protected against cyber attacks. So I'll do the webinar hopefully soon. See you later.